Assalamu alaikum. So today we will discuss the right and the left vagus nerve, which are the part of superior mediastinum. We will see their brief introduction, their course to the mediastinum, and their relation with the several structures in the mediastinum. So first of all, we must know that the vagus nerve, it is involved in the parasympathetic response. Sympathetic response means to bring the body back from the emergency situation, and it will enter the thorax by passing posterior to the sternoclavicular joint. Both the right and the left will enter the thorax by passing posterior to the respective sternoclavicular joint. Okay, so now we will first discuss the right vagus nerve in the form of diagram, and then the left vagus nerve. Right vagus nerve. First of all, we will draw it here. We will see the each structure one by one. So from here we are discussing it in the neck region. First of all, it will move posterior to, this is the right common carotid artery. It's on right side, it will be right common carotid. Right common carotid. This is in the neck region. Okay, neck region. Then it will move posterior to sternoclavicular joint to enter the thorax. Okay, so this will be sternoclavicular joint. It is moving posterior to the right sternoclavicular joint. This is right sternoclavicular joint. Okay, it will move posterior to this joint to enter the thorax. Okay, then it will move anterior to the right subclavian artery, and here it will give the right recurrent laryngeal nerve. This is right subclavian. It moves anterior to right subclavian artery, and here it will give the right recurrent laryngeal nerve. Which nerve? Right recurrent laryngeal nerve. Recurrent laryngeal. Okay, and this right recurrent laryngeal nerve will then move between the esophagus. This is the esophagus and trachea. Here will be trachea, and this nerve will supply the larynx. Okay, the right recurrent laryngeal nerve is originating here, and it will move between the esophagus and trachea and to supply the larynx. Then the right vagus nerve, it will move posterior to the, here with three structures, okay, to which it will move the posteriorly. The first structure is right brachiocephalic vein. And the superior vena cava and the right lung. Okay, it will move posterior to these three structures, and here it will give the pulmonary plexus, which will supply the lung. Posterior to it, okay, it will posterior to it, it will give the pulmonary several branches, which will supply the pulmonary plexus. Okay, this will be pulmonary plexus. Then it will move further inferiorly, and it will pass posterior to, here it will pass posterior to the esophagus, and here it will give several branches to the esophageal plexus. Posterior to esophagus, it will give several to esophageal plexus. and it will also give several branches to the cardiac plexus. Okay, so this is the whole diagram of the right vagus nerve. Now we will move toward the left vagus nerve. Similarly, we will draw it first. First of all, as we have discussed, this was the right common carotid artery. So here will be left common carotid. Okay, it will first of all in the neck region, it will move posterior to left common carotid. Left common carotid. This was in the neck region. Okay. Then it will move posterior to the left sternoclavicular joint. This was left sternoclavicular joint. Okay. Then it was passing anterior to right subclavian, but here it will move between two arteries. Okay. One is left common carotid, artery, and the one is left subclavian artery. Okay. Then when it will reach at the level of arch of aorta, it will diverge posteriorly. Like we are saying, it is diverging posteriorly to the left phrenic nerve. Okay, from here the left phrenic nerve is also passing. I will show it with a different color, like this. The left phrenic nerve will pass from this. Okay, like this, and the left phrenic nerve and this vagus nerve are separated here by the left posterior intercostal vein, like this. This vein will separate them both. Okay, this is left posterior intercostal vein, and this was left phrenic nerve. Okay, and after passing through it, here it will give the left recurrent laryngeal nerve. I am showing this on this side. Okay, don't confuse it. Like this. This will be like this was the right recurrent laryngeal nerve. So this is a left recurrent laryngeal nerve. Left recurrent laryngeal nerve. Okay, and similarly this will also pass between the esophagus and trachea. This will be the esophagus, and here will be trachea, and it will also supply the larynx. Okay, then this nerve will move posterior to the left lung. Okay, and here it will give rise to pulmonary plexus. Similarly, like this was pulmonary, so this is pulmonary plexus. This was left lung. Then it will move posterior to the esophagus to give rise to the esophageal plexus. Same thing which we have discussed here. And it will give rise to the several branches which will join the esophageal plexus. So this is whole the detailed diagrams regarding the right and the left vagus nerve. Okay, their relation with the several structures in the mediastinum. Thank you.